All right, so the last patrol. That's the name of
Last
this.
patrol.
That's the name of this this episode of the series. Of course, there's actually like another patrol mission coming up later, but the last patrol.
I'm getting a better sense of these though.
For now. Yeah. All right. So I mean, do we want to do anything fundamentally different than we've done before in terms of like assigning?
I think so. Basically, this is going to be third.
Yeah. Which means basically we put everybody down.
I don't know why you wouldn't just put them all in the middle.
Yeah.
I really don't.
And so we took the XO this time, not the first sergeant, right?
Correct. I think the goal was to maybe get him some.
Yeah, maybe we can get
leadership
him up to veteran. We've got an auto grenade and an auto 1 skill draw. Oh no, and an auto spot. Okay, we got those 3. Yeah, all right. I think we're ready to roll. He's got 1 red star parachute.
Yep. So he's got 1 ability to say stop.
And I think we looked at this offline, but not a lot of cover on the patrol path. 0 plus 3 to start with,
especially as you get north.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. But there's also not a lot of cover over here on the left either.
Nope.
It's this right side that's a mess. The thing that really worries me is we're going to walk in here and face a mortar. I just know it.
Well, that's better than walking here and facing a mortar, or here and facing a mortar.
Fair point. Fair point.
In fact, it's a lot better.
Yeah, fair point. All right, well, let's see if we've learned anything from 1 successful patrol and 1 patrol that had potential and then went pear-shaped.
Yes, it did. Yeah, that took a little bit of a...
That short round.
Well, it ran into a nice little ambush.
2 nice little ambushes. Like 2
Yeah,
of them.
2. Actually, 3, I think, when the whole mission was...
Possibly.
Was it 3 when it was all done?
I thought it was,
or was it just 2?
I think it was just... It
might have just been 2.
It was 2, unless you count the short round we dropped on ourselves as an ambush.
That was certainly not recommended.
That, I think, was the real game changer, was that. Because if that had landed in the right place, I think we would have been in much better shape.
Might have been able to make it, yep.
Even if we wouldn't have won, we wouldn't have had as many casualties, and it would have felt better. All right, Anyway, enough reliving the past. So, we don't need to do HQ event, right?
On this turn.
And so we're just activating 3rd platoon.
3rd platoon, who is line.
And he is
so plus
no
1
contact. 5. There we go. So, oh wait, the one thing we didn't do, which we should just sort of retroactively do, is get the assault teams pre-split. We've done
2 of them.
Yeah,
we've been doing. I can't remember.
We've been doing the 2 that are not coming from the veteran. Oh, we don't have any veteran squads.
We don't have a veteran, but I grabbed the 2nd and the 3rd again just for consistency.
Yeah. So
I assume all we're going to do is push 1 up here.
I think that's all we're going to do. And then we can still save 4, right? Yeah.
We can save 4, correct.
We can actually save 6. With line and good visibility.
Yeah.
All right. This is the Rui Lopez opening. Pretty standard. All right. So now we got to do the EXO, which is really just collecting. Oh my God.
Well, he's not activated, so...
No, she is. Remember? He activates all staff.
That's right. They do all staff, yep.
Yeah, so he's got 7.
That's actually good.
Well, is it?
Well, I mean, he can save 6. Yeah, I think saving 6 is good.
Well, but he's got 7, right?
He has 7. We might waste 1, but... Well, because I don't think we want to do anything.
Well, let me ask you a question about whether we want to do anything. What if we were to just proactively lay down white phosphorus in one of these locations in case something turns up there?
I don't think we can.
Why not? Oh, sorry, one of these 2 locations which we can see.
Well,
correct.
You can't spot from the staging card, so that means we need to move the forward observer on, and then we can do it.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay,
I didn't think so.
I didn't know you couldn't spot from the staging area.
Yeah. Got to get him on the game board.
Would have been a decent idea otherwise. All right, so we waste one. That's okay. We're sitting on a lot of commands. So
we are.
All right.
We got 10 to go into the next turn.
And then general initiative.
Divide by 2, so 1.
Yeah, so he gets
looking for cover, right?
He gets to look for cover. So he gets drawn 4.
If we'd have been smart, we would have had him carrying white phosphorus.
We would have. But you know what? Every other game we've played, that has led to the white phosphorus just being dropped on that card when this guy gets smoked by leading out. So maybe let's.
Well, right now we have it with.
That's fine. Let's leave it with those guys. He's found cover, so that's fine.
Yep.
So that gives us good potential moving forward. We can move people forward into cover.
It does, yeah. So +3. So this is quick, right? So basically they have nothing.
Yeah, they have nobody on the board.
It's just dropping straight down to the potential contact.
Yep.
Which is a C.
So we're drawing 4, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing.
Brilliant.
I'm going to say
we should get some units moved up into there.
Well,
and you know what the biggest challenge is?
What?
Well, it's a question of, do you get them moved up and take a turn and then go once they're in there?
Yeah, that feels slow.
Exactly.
So I'm feeling like we should push a limited number of things up there.
Yeah, not a whole platoon.
But also trigger this. Like the only other thing we might push up there is say like we could push the forward observer up there in case we got some extra commands. We could.
Yeah, I think that's not the dumbest thing. I like that. Which, by the way, I'm going to go and we're attaching them to the 3rd.
Yeah, I just make it all official. Okie dokie.
Why we wouldn't do that?
I think
not much of a
now we're just cleaning up, right?
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, it always starts.
I'm sure they'll all be.
Yeah. That's cool.
That quick, right?
These pop up. That's pretty cool. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Okie dokie.
Just noticed that?
Well, usually I'm not zoomed out far enough to see that, you know. And you generally handle this thing, and I'm like looking at other things. Yep. You know, I got my job is the deck. I turn cards.
You 2 turn cards. So speaking of turning cards, we're checking to see if we have an HQ event.
Oh, tank. That's right. We want a tank.
We would love a tank.
We're not getting a tank.
But we didn't get one.
All right.
So we're activating these 2.
So 3rd platoon. Yeah. So we're activating 3rd, and
he's got 4.
Now he gets
3 more.
3 more. So he's got 7.
Well, he should use.
So he should use some. So he should probably, I think, maybe sending the artillery FO forward because he can talk to him, right?
He can talk to him.
So we can send him forward into cover, right?
Yep. Okay.
Now, we either got to get lucky on general initiative or we'd have to push like the XO up there.
Right.
To order that guy forward.
Do we want anybody else forward at this point?
I think we should send this guy forward so that we kind of got our leapfrog positions going, you know? Don't you?
Eventually, I could argue a weapons team as well, so we can be firing off that card if we need to, especially.
You want to send it forward?
I want to send one weapons team forward.
Please do.
The veteran.
Yeah.
Now the question is going to be that is.
Yeah, I mean, if we hope for general initiative, we could keep it understacked.
I mean, that was 3, so we're down to 4 for him, which is good.
Yeah, I think
probably just saving those. I think.
Yeah, I think we're just saving those. So the big question I think we have to ask ourselves this turn is whether or not we're going to risk general initiative, moving that assault team forward on general initiative.
Move the XO forward.
Move the XO forward. I mean, the problem is the guys can spawn here, right?
They can.
And everybody there is exposed. The thing is, if we don't get enough general initiative, well, first of all, the XO only really has one thing to do, which is potentially order some like white phosphorus. Right? Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Should we move him forward so we can be guaranteed? It feels like it's very slow not getting forward one more card.
Yeah, I think we should move the XO forward. It's a 1 in 8 chance that it lands on our rear.
Okay.
I mean, it's a chance.
Yeah. Well, no, wait. We gotta activate him first, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and draw for him.
So he gets 4.
So he's up to 10.
Okay. So he's gonna move up. That's 1. He's gonna order this guy forward.
Yep.
Not taking the cover with him. I get it. That's 2.
Now, the other thing he could do he could now go out of that cover and try to find his own cover so they're not.
Or he could order any one of these guys to do that, right? That way he stays.
But then he can't tell him to. Well, he could tell the artillery FO to do it.
Why not? Let's let the artillery FO find his own cover because we can still talk to him because of the radio, right?
We can talk to him, exactly, yeah.
All right, so he's drawn 4.
Should have had him not even go undercover if we were going to do that. But
he doesn't.
All good.
He doesn't find cover.
Well, we have one more that. Why don't we just exhort him? We just saving 1.
Well,
or do we tell him to come back?
Or did we want him to? Or did we? Has he moved out, or does he just stay where he is if he doesn't find cover?
Well, he had to move out of here because he can't search for cover undercover.
Okay, I didn't. Okay.
Then he didn't find it, so we could tell him to come back to the cover. Because inside the card they can move with an exposed, or we exhort.
Let's exhort. I mean, the only other, I don't like. We could lay down the artillery, but that's so speculative. I think it'd be better to exhort him, don't you?
I do too.
There we go.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, brilliant.
A lot of debate.
It would have been less debate if we had known what the card was going to be. So we now have 6 left.
Let's post on BGG. You should know what the card is before you have to make these decisions.
I can really make it easy where you hover over the card and it tells you what it's going to be.
This game is broken. All right. Okay.
We save at 6?
We're saving 6. Yep. And then we're...
Right, that was it. He won to move 2, 3. No, we're saving 5 because he had to tell the guy to move out.
Got it. Okay. And we don't really need any general here.
I'd love that guy to find cover.
Right. We do need general. We got 1.
We get 1.
So we get 3 draws to find cover up there. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't.
Wow, we sure should have dropped.
Yeah, we should have used the artillery. We could have dropped smoke everywhere.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
So there's no reason to draw for a HQ event for them, is there?
Yeah, there is. They can still have an HQ event.
Ooh, they can. No, they don't.
Yeah, but they don't.
Now.
So they have no activity.
So now we're just PCing, right?
I think we're just down to PC again. Yeah.
This is a B, so this is auto.
That's auto. B.
So a 10 is a 9.
So that is a booby trap.
Oh dear, that does not sound good. What?
And you need to draw 1 more to see if there's a sniper on a 1 out of 3. There's a sniper.
2.
Thank God.
I hate snipers.
All right, well, this poor guy has a booby trap on him, which is a -4.
The only good thing about snipers right now is we got the auto spot, so we can make him go away.
True.
So booby trap, we have on triggering card.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Well, I hate to say it, but this was kind of his job. Maybe he'll get lucky.
Yeah, and even if he gets hit, he could just become an assault team or a fire team.
True.
You never know.
Yep. All right.
Doesn't have to be a casualty.
You know what? I went and changed this to contact, thinking like, oh, great. But actually, will it still be contact? No, it won't be contact.
Well, it's going to go. It's going to go away back to no contact because there will be no volume of fire. It literally. No VOF and no PDF markers.
Yeah.
And no enemy units spotted.
The good news, however, is we can move everybody forward to this card. Because unless we go scooching off to these side cards, this card is now pretty safe. Well, I say that. I don't know what events could happen. Okay, so
yeah,
so we're basically just
it's Vietnam, man. Nothing's safe.
Oh no, so we're just drawing for him on a -4, right?
He's a -4. Yeah,
he's hit.
Oh God, he's hit. Dang it.
He's a casualty.
Well, like I said, doesn't have to be a casualty, but he will be.
See, what would have happened had we given him the smoke?
Nothing.
It had just been sitting on this card.
It would have been sitting on that card, waiting to be picked up.
Yep. All right. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but he did do his job, and we can place a medevac zone there and get him back to safety. I think that's it. We're just cleaning up, right?
I think that's it. Pretty quick.
These first few turns go quick.
They go fast until you spot anybody.
Yep. All right. Turn 3 now. HQ event?
Yep.
No, I want my tank. All right, I'm going to stop saying that. All right.
Active, no contact.
3rd platoon gets 4.
So he's got 8.
So
should he platoon move?
He should absolutely platoon move everybody forward to that card, right?
So that is literally going to be everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do this. He's going to move that guy underneath since they can talk to him. Can he talk to him? Does he have a radio?
No, he doesn't have a radio. There's like one guy without a radio, one guy with a radio.
Maybe he ought to go here.
Okay, that's fine.
So he can be spoken to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then everybody else can just, I think everybody else can just hang out in the open.
That's my thinking.
Yeah.
One giant exposed marker on them all.
Yeah. So that's used 2, right?
That's 2.
We might as well have one of these guys look for cover. We got one more cover.
We can find one more.
So who should that be? Like the mortar team?
Either the mortar team or the weapons team. Probably the mortar team. Probably the mortar team. He can actually fire over this card into here.
Yeah, I mean, we'd need but he goes into cover, we'd need general initiative to do that, right? So maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should.
Oh, you know what? He can't fire from a jungle.
Oh, is that true?
Pretty sure that the mortar restrictions may not fire from jungle terrain. That's in the combat or the campaign rules. So we ultimately need to get him off that card.
So I don't want to put him in cover because I feel like we need to be able to order him somewhere else. So maybe we have
maybe the weapons team.
Let's have the other weapons team look for it. Should have been rallying. No.
That's 3. So he's down to 5.
Let's stop there. Let's save.
Okay.
XO.
The XO. God, we've gotten a lot of reach. Holy God. Jeez. He's got 11 now.
There's no way he's going to be able to spend all that.
Yeah. What are the 5 things we want him to do?
Well,
do we want him? Tell this guy to move forward here, or
no. See, these are going to trigger. Is the concern I have. Like 2 out of 3 chance they trigger, and so I think, given that we're at no contact, I think we need to bypass this.
Well, I almost wonder whether we want to move all 3 of these guys up here.
I actually think that is what we want to do. Yeah, I think that is what we want to do.
They're all exposed.
Now, one of them.
Now, he should look for cover.
Yeah.
Actually, he should tell the veteran.
Yeah, he should tell him to do. So he's drawing.
So that's 4
cards. 1, got it.
Well, all right, that was easy. And then they should all move into it.
How many does that use? That uses 3 to move.
It's 1,
6, 7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gets them down to 6.
It would be
5.
it would be 7 because we moved all 3 units there. We looked for cover. We moved. Oh no, sorry. The look for cover moves them under cover. You're right. Sorry, it's 6.
Exactly. So it's just 2 more moves for cover. So I think we're down to 5 from the XO again if we stop.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And cover. Oh, that feels right.
Yep. It's it's funny. I like tactically like we keep sending the XO forward. I don't know if that's like normal. Like thinking in terms of like how this would. But the problem is we need to keep the platoon HQ with the platoon to some degree so that he can.
Exactly. That's the challenge. I mean, not really, because the XO can tell the platoon to go do stuff too. But
true.
You could flip those.
But can the XO do a platoon move?
I don't. That's a great question.
Because if he could, then we probably should.
Movement. Platoon move. Only the platoon HQ.
Yeah, so that's a reason when we kind of have to keep until we reach a certain point.
That's the reason. So the game system's telling us we got to do that if we want to keep moving.
Yep. All right. So now
I feel like we got elephant grass in our future. The other nice thing is this guy can lay down a medevac zone.
Yeah.
He could do that right now, by the way.
Actually, maybe we'll do that with general initiative if we get one.
Well, he's got 4.
Well, I know, but
I guess we have nothing else to do.
I like saving them. Yeah, I mean,
we got nothing else to do. I agree.
Yeah, because this guy can't move forward because he's exposed, right?
Yep, exactly.
We got 2.
We get 2.
So we're gonna put an LZ. We'll put a medevac zone there.
That's one thing that they're gonna do.
I mean, now if we wanted to, would be like no, there's no point in putting down white phosphorus.
I don't think there's any reason to,
because we're not even gonna spot anything.
I don't think there's any reason to do anything. We're not. Yeah. Personally,
I mean, the only other thing we could do
I was about to say you could move that guy forward now.
We could move the artillery FO here, or where's the mortar FO? Is he here?
He's exposed.
He can't move. Do you think we should get the artillery FO up here? Because he's got really good. He can. Yeah, I think we should get him up there. That way he can see all these cards when we push forward. And then he won't be exposed when shit triggers.
Exactly. Nope, I like that. Yep.
All right, now it's their turn.
Come on, Jim. All right, so there's our 2.
We finally got 2 general initiative on a turn where we had to try.
On a turn when we really didn't want them.
Didn't really.
I say we didn't want them.
Didn't need.
But we didn't. We were stretched to figure out what to do.
Yeah. All right. They get an
so
HQ
their HQ.
Event.
They have an HQ event.
A 1.
Ugh. Okay. Turns 2 through 5. A 1 is displaced mortars, which is nothing.
Yep.
Remove any on-map mortars. The one that could be, it's the bottom one, David, is they have tunnels where they could place PC markers on cleared cards.
Well,
that's why you got to draw.
But we don't. No such cards exist at this point, and we actually noticed this.
These are cleared,
but not. No, but it says cleared but not secured.
They're cleared. Oh, but not secured. Yeah. Okay.
We came across this last time where we were like, we shouldn't leave cards. I mean, when we eventually moved to the point where we're like, we're not coming back to that card, it doesn't matter. Oh no, because it would matter for
It does matter if the tunnel shows up.
Yeah. So we don't want to completely evacuate this card.
Correct.
Might need to leave.
All right. So they have no units on the map again. So I think we're just dropping straight down to
cleanup. Because we don't even have volume of fire.
Not even potential contact. We're just cleaning up, right?
Yep.
Wow. 3 turns done? On to turn 4?
I think that's right. All right, this is where it's all going to go to shit, though. I feel confident.
No, not. I don't see it happening.
You don't? Okay. All right.
Well, I'm lying. I totally see it happening, but
no HQ event for us.
Yep.
3rd platoon activated.
Sadly, I almost don't want 6. I don't even know. I mean, we got 10.
Yeah.
Right. So we get a +5 there.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like, so technically we need to spend 3 to not waste any, right?
4.
Actually, one question for you. This guy probably should have evacuated at the end of last turn, right?
He should have evacuated. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Pull him down. That was during the cleanup phase.
So the thing is I'm not sure it's particularly safe to move the platoon forward when we're going to trigger this.
No, it is not. I think we should simply move forward, and I hate to waste that many.
But I don't.
Let me ask this: we could
move that.
Well, first of all, we could move them all under that cover.
Is there any reason really not to at this point?
I'm also trying to figure out if there's any reason to.
Well, let me actually make one suggestion. Maybe we move the mortar up here where it actually can do something.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I mean, he's, if he gets unlucky, he gets unlucky.
Do you want him undercover?
Yeah,
he needs to be with somebody to be able to be told to do something. But
so I think the thing is, I think yes, because the one thing that's probably not going to happen here is like they're not going to drop artillery on this card when we trigger this PC marker, right? The artillery's going to. Oh, I just got
the artillery will go there. The spotter might be there.
Hang on, I got disconnected.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we've recovered at this point, and I'm back recording here, so I think we've recovered at this point. We've got our medevac zone down.
So everybody knows TTS
crashed,
imploded.
Yep. So basically,
and so we believe we are back to where we were.
Yeah.
Turn 4. We've spent 1. The only thing we've done is with the 3rd platoon is have the mortar move up.
Yeah, the mortar
undercover.
Yeah.
And we were debating whether we move these guys undercover or not, and I think we decided.
I don't see any point to it. I mean, the weapons team possibly. I mean, we could move the weapons team undercover in case something shows up here, and he may be left behind to cover this card.
Yeah,
but we could even move him under that. Well, we should move him there because actually we should move him there because if something pops on this card, which it's unlikely to, it can't take that cover.
There you go.
We might as well just spend it.
I agree.
I'm with you.
All right, so these guys now, they're going to just sit and wait.
Yeah, hopefully next turn they'll go. So now we're drawn for the EXO. Right?
So that was 1, but he's only saving 6.
Yeah,
so we're wasting 2.
Yeah, we're wasting 2. We're struggling for things
to do. So it goes.
Yeah.
So the EXO, oh my God. That's 7. We got 12.
Yeah. Well, let's do the obvious thing. Right?
Yep. I have to say...
should we have him do
some were you just about to say lay down?
Yeah, we might as well lay down some white phosphorus somewhere.
Well, we've got 4 of them.
My point, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, the problem is so we got 4 of them. We got 6 turns left. We're very quickly gonna shift to using regular artillery.
Yeah. So, you think here instead of here?
I mean, at this point, it's pure guesswork because you know what I mean. So I think
I'm just saying here it's a +2, here it's a +1.
Yeah, let's do it in the jungle. Let's throw it in the jungle.
All right.
I mean, the only other question I could say is, what about the? Oh, I hate to say this on humanitarian grounds, but what about the village?
I like it. I think that's a smarter one.
Because if they do drop in this village, that creates problems back here.
Yeah, it's protecting this a little bit. I almost would argue drop a second one there if
we get a general initiative.
Yep. I actually, 2 of them, because I would like that guy to look for cover first.
Fair enough. Okay, so we're going to drop white phosphorus on the village.
We're dropping it on the village. It's only white phosphorus.
Well, here's the other good thing, though, is that if it lands short, we got enough to get everybody but this guy off the card.
Good point.
All right.
Love it.
We're drawing how many?
Good thinking.
How many are we drawing?
Well, that's 3. 3.
1, 2, 3.
Do we exhort? Might as well.
We might as well. We got nothing else to do with these commands.
There we go.
Perfect. Exhorting is working in this game.
Exhorting's working great today.
I know. Is there a white phosphorus version of that? Oh, there is. Look at that. Cool.
8, 9.
Cool.
So that's using that.
Okay. And you took the ammo.
That is we're down to 9. Is that right?
So he got no. We got to be down to 8, I think, because he was up to 11. I remember you saying, and then we spent.
Yeah, so that would be 8.
Wait, no, we've only spent 2 because we.
We told him to move forward.
3, yeah. So we should be down to 8. I don't really think we can do anything else reasonably. We can't look for cover on this card.
Nope.
Like literally can't do that. So I think we just hang tight here.
We gotta lose them.
Yep. Now we would like to. I mean, two.
It would be amazing.
I'll take the
How about
1, and we'll look for cover. Don't you think?
Drawn. Yes, I do. I think we look for cover.
And we found it.
Whatever we were going to try was going to work.
Yeah, that's true. There was a vast sweep there. All right. So now
that's it.
Their HQ event.
Their HQ event.
Come on, draw a card. Thank you. Nothing. So they have nothing on the board. No capture, no retreat, no vehicle, no fire mission.
Fire mission flips.
Yeah.
For village. And then potential. So auto.
Okay. That seems reasonable at this point.
Agreed.
2.
I don't think it's as bad getting a 2 on with an A. That is a spider hole. 1 or 2 squads in a foxhole. They're not spotted.
All right. Well.
So 1 or 2 is the first question.
Separate cards at 1 or 2. Oh, okay. Let's just draw 1.
So draw 2, and it'll tell us how many we're doing. We're getting 2.
Yep. So when they are at max on separate cards at max line of sight range.
Yep. So the first one.
I'm drawn for direction. So this is just an 8.
Direction first. Correct. What? It's a 1 to 10.
Sorry, it's a 1.
So front.
So they're just in the elephant grass.
Yep. And they're unspotted.
Yep.
So, yeah. Then the second one.
What do I have to draw to put them in the village?
That would be left
rear.
There is no left rear. We should have looked for that.
Oh my God, we just shelled a village for no reason.
No reason whatsoever.
We're going to The Hague.
What did you just draw?
I haven't drawn yet. Oh,
okay, go ahead and pull it.
it's being finicky. 2.
Rear.
Oh my God.
And max line of sight is there, right?
Yep.
Good Lord. Unspotted. Oh, Jesus.
These guys
Gotta love Vietnam, man.
Yeah, these guys were under foxholes, though, right? I think you're for. Yeah, these guys are under foxholes.
These guys are sitting in the open.
I know.
But if they had moved, they would have been -2 or -1. So,
I mean, there's nothing we can do about that.
That went to hell fast.
That's the way this goes, man. It always does.
Yep. All right. So, no pinned recovery, so we're just checking for...
We can get rid of this.
He's sitting at an even, right? That guy's gone, yeah. We are
sitting
now heavily engaged.
Yep, that's true. That's one advantage. So
Yippee.
He's a 0.
Even, I think.
Yeah, he's an even. Oh, this fucking thing isn't working.
I wonder why that's doing that.
I don't know. Hit.
But he's hit. All right, want me to draw him?
No, I'll just flip him. I'll flip him manually.
Another casualty.
He's a casualty. Well, we now have lost all of our lats.
Well,
this could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this card at all. Now, granted, we got a +3 there, so
yeah. So this
So that guy's a +4.
We'll start by drawing the +4. He gets
Oh my
hit.
God.
I'd rather that were him than.
Yeah.
But he
he's
is
a fire team?
Yeah. Well, that's good because we can get him back, right?
Correct.
Oh, this is not.
So do you want to do the guy undercover here? He's +4 -2, so he's a +2.
Yep. He's pinned.
Okay. Now we've got 4 +3s.
All right. Miss. Hit.
Hit. Okay.
Casualty.
God.
Wow, we've drawn a lot of casualties.
Nothing but casualties.
Yeah, it's true. Well, we'll evacuate him for victory points. Pinned.
Here's the third platoon.
Pinned.
Pinned. Okay, well, that, quite frankly, those were all pinned, right?
No, one of them, this one was a miss.
Oh, that was a miss.
That was a straight miss.
Would really like that guy to spot somebody.
So this guy is going to stop firing and probably go away.
Yeah, so that goes away in this phase. He quits firing.
He won't
He
go
can
away
see nobody.
now.
Well, if we move anybody in there, he won't go away. But
I know.
So it's an interesting question of, do we just slow down?
Well, I'm actually wondering if maybe we try to move. I mean, this is going to be problematic. We could move a bunch of guys back to the staging area, right? We can move all those pin guys back to the staging area. I'm wondering if we want to.
God, that's going to slow us down so bad.
I wonder if we want to try to move somebody over into here while we're heavily engaged.
Probably. All right, well, that's cleanup phase, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's interesting that that worked for you.
This is turn 5. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes that thing just gets a little funky. I don't know why. I mean, here's the thing. It's not you. I've seen this in every module I've ever worked with. It's like sometimes it just it just doesn't register the click. And then suddenly it starts registering it again, and I don't know what the difference is. All right.
Turn 5?
Yep.
Yeah, that went sideways fast.
Yeah. So first platoon is going to get very few commands because he is pinned. So he's -1. He is -1 because he's got under a small arms volume of fire. So he's at -2. Oh, shoot. HQ event. You know what would be really cool is a tank right about now.
A tank would be awesome. Oh, come on, baby.
6. That's not a tank.
This is turn 5?
Turn 5. Oh, you can't.
Trouble on the flank. No unit may move forward to a new row.
That's okay. That's okay. We aren't planning to do that anyway.
Can't move, which means can't move one further than the current lead U.S. unit this turn.
So that means we can't move to this row, the elephant grass and the jungle.
Can't move to the elephant.
Which is okay because we weren't planning on doing it anyway. Do we get do we get a victory point if we
get a victory point for doing what we had already planned on doing?
Yeah, so. And you can't get a tank until it's turn 6 to 8. Okay.
So we're pinned and under small arms. Yeah, so -2.
It's not bad.
Wow. Well, he needs to unpin himself.
He needs to in order to issue that move command?
Can a pinned HQ do anything? I mean, there's limits. He's pinned. He's a lat. I don't think he can do anything while he's pinned.
There's lat limitations. Pinned. Move to adjacent card, but only if that card is a staging area.
But he can't tell other people to do it. I'd love to get him unpinned.
Actually, hang on. We've done this before. Hang on, I'm going to pause because we've done this before.
Remember, number 2, there's... where is that?
Order may be given by visual verbal communication as an exception to 4.31 and regularly by other forms of communication or to self.
He does not, because he's pinned, other than trying to unpin people, he has no visual verbal with anybody right now. So I would argue he's got so many commands. He's got 9. Tell him to try to unpin.
Yeah, but he's got to succeed pretty quickly.
Yeah, he gets basically 3 draws if we exhort.
All right. I feel like, okay.
And if he doesn't succeed, I mean, the only other thing he can do is move away.
All right. He can't, I'm sorry, I just want to. Oh, well, anyway,
what is that reference? 4.3.1?
So platoons, we can't do the platoon thing. Because well, one of the reasons we can't do it is you can only give that a command to good order units. Although actually it says that about move as well.
In order to be in visual verbal communication, both units must be unpinned and both must be on the same area of the card.
So we are not going to be able to move these guys off.
Correct.
We're not going to be able to move these guys off.
That's why what I'm hoping to do is actually get unpinned and tell that guy to try to spot him or use our auto spot.
And can we spot while we're pinned?
Nope, can't. I don't think your spotting is one of the options.
I think you're right about that. I think you're pretty right about that.
You can't.
Okay. All right. So
I think we need to get him unpinned if we can.
All right.
So he basically is drawing 2 and then an exhort if he doesn't succeed. Here's the short.
No
so
good.
He's not unpinned. Do we have him run away?
No, the problem with having him run away is then his whole platoon is in trouble.
Yeah.
And at this point he's a +4.
Yeah, I would say just leave him. So he used 2. He's down to 7. But
he can't really.
There's nothing else he can do, I don't think. I mean, his options are seek cover. We don't want him doing that.
No.
Move it in the car. Don't want that. Attempt to remove the pin. He did that. That's it. That's all he can do.
All right.
So I think we're just losing a command.
Yep. EXO.
Yeah, now the EXO can radio this guy and tell him to unpin himself.
Let's figure out how many commands he's got to start with. Yeah, that's clearly what he's going to do.
So he's got a +1.
He gets 2.
So he's got 8.
So he's going to call him and tell him to...
Come on, man.
Chipper the fuck
Rally
up.
Yourself. There he goes.
Now
I think he tells him to...
Well, no, hang on. So before I think he should tell somebody to move over here. The EXO.
Like that guy?
Yeah, like that guy.
He can infiltrate.
Oh, good point. And is he a veteran? I can't remember.
He is.
1,
so he gets
2. He infiltrates. 3.
Good.
Then you're saying he should command him to unpin, to tell this guy to spot, or he should just command him to spot.
Yeah, and the question is, do we want to auto spot, or
I think we want.
Maybe we should. Let me just. Do we try to spot once and keep the auto spot, and if that fails, tell one of these guys, "Hey, spot that guy with the auto spot for me."
That's a good point. We should let's just have him try to spot. So but he's probably going to be spotting just with a 1. Is my guess, because he's like target is undercover. That's -1.
But he's on the same card, +1. I think it's just
target's card has +3 or more concealment value.
So that one hurts us. He should auto spot. So I'd throw this out.
How many commands does the EXO have left?
The EXO's got 6 to go still.
Okay. I think we should just auto spot because this is going to be we got to deal with this.
Yeah, and the other thing we can then do is the XO can tell the 60 millimeter auto grenade that guy with our auto grenade skill.
Yeah. All right, let's auto spot him. So he drop him by, so he used one command to tell him to spot.
So that is now automatic.
And then he's going to also tell the mortar team to drop a grenade on him, and we're spending the auto grenade and the auto spot. Hopefully we won't regret that later.
Yeah, and then I would almost wonder whether do we want to tell this guy to go up, hey, come up this way.
Well, the only reason
he's not pinned.
I know, but he's still a +3.
He's a +3.
I mean, it would suck to lose him. You know what? I think we should, because he's got a lot of commands, and the point being that, like, he could, next turn, if he needs to, he can run back here and order guys forward if he needs to. But
yeah,
losing him would be catastrophic. I've gotten very, like, protective of leaders in Vietnam here after our first couple of scenarios. You know?
Yep. Totally.
All right. So now general.
So now general. What's our last remaining skill? A +1 draw.
We get 1. We don't want a grenade with that guy.
Tell this guy to move off. I mean, we're still sitting, although that would turn that into. But well, actually, we don't care if that's all pinned.
Because the -4 is.
I'd say we get that guy off. Get some guys off this card.
Well, let me ask a question. Can we move the mortar FO off?
Yeah, and he can even go up there.
Where? Yeah. Yeah. I think we should move the mortar FO off, because losing him, I think, is a lot more impactful, and he's already...
Yeah.
I'll take a chance on this guy.
All right.
+3.
Okay. Well, only other thing to point out is there's a chance he's going to throw a grenade at somebody. And it could be, it's literally a 1 in, if we didn't move anybody, these guys are individuals.
Yeah.
So and then these under the cover. So literally it's 1 in 5 chance that somebody gets hit.
All right. Well, let's take a chance. Will he target this cover now that guy's moved out of it?
No, only if the unit's in there.
I still think we should get him out, because I really don't like these guys. We can recover from a lot easier. Losing our mortar this early, especially if his radio breaks, then we can't even call the mortars in anymore. All right.
We have really slowed down here.
Yes, we have. Well, the good news is we got a free move coming up eventually. Okay. Enemy HQ?
Yeah, you know what's interesting?
No, what's interesting?
We're not going to be heavily engaged.
What do you mean we're not going to be heavily engaged?
Well, because that's going to disappear.
But we got this whole card.
2 or more cards are under volume of fire. There'll only be 1.
Oh, son of a bitch. Well, we'll be engaged.
So,
no, we'll just be in contact.
Yeah, we're going to be in contact. So,
well, it is what it is. So we want to move this guy back? Or no?
No.
Let's just leave him.
But kind of sucks.
Actually, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, we can't move him back because we infiltrated him.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're drawn for their HQ event?
Yep. No. General initiative.
We got 2. And we move this guy forward.
Oh, okay. Yep. My bad. For some reason, I was thinking we were having the XO do that, but the XO couldn't. He doesn't have a radio, so.
Yep. All right. So
no,
nothing. So now we got to do enemy activity checks. So this guy is just going to go away, right?
Yeah, I'm 90% sure. So
we're going to do this card.
Not under fire, no line of sight, auto, remove the unit. Yep.
So yeah, we can just get rid of him. So then this guy, however, is on the same card as an opposing unit and undercover. So he's drawing 1 to 4.
Yep.
He might fall back.
4 would be awesome. He did.
He falls back, but he's still going to fall back on the map. So he's going to fall back to here, right?
I believe he's going to fall back to there. Unfortunately, the grenade's no longer applicable.
Yeah.
This is going to go with him.
These guys are going to open fire.
These guys are going to open fire. Well, there's nobody there to open fire. Who's going to open fire?
Nobody.
Oh, yep. Nope. They can't fire through themselves.
Oh, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that, though, because I could just put it here.
Yep.
So this is small arms fire now, though.
He's exposed.
That's still probably better than a grenade. Meaning him launching a grenade at one of our guys.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we've got the ability to move guys. Or we can just drop artillery here. Be done with it.
Yep.
If we can rally this guy, for example.
All right. So that's the end of that phase. So now capture, there is no capture.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Right. Capture.
Retreat. I don't think there's a retreat. We don't have any lat teams
pinned under, but they're under fire.
Fire mission update. This goes away.
Yep.
That chops that to contact. Potential contact phase.
So B.
So that is going to be 5.
5 draws. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Why don't you draw them? Because drawing 5 in a row is going to be a pain.
Got away with it.
We deserve that.
I like him there too.
Yeah, he covers.
In fact, I'd love to get him under a stone building.
Yeah, we can. Hopefully, we can find some time to do that. Okay.
All right. So now it is pinned recovery, which
there's none. Because everybody's under fire.
Correct. So now we're just looking at the results.
So he has got
+1.
+1. Pinned. So that helps. Maybe it helps. It helps if we don't get artillery on him.
All right. So now these guys are so it's +3, +4, +4, +5, right?
Yep. So we'll do +3 first.
+3 first. Yep.
Miss.
So
+4.
+4.
Miss. Pinned.
Oh, he's staying pinned, and then this one's a +5.
He gets
hit.
God. What was that? The weapons team?
Weapons team, yeah.
Line.
He's just a fire team.
He's not a fire
team.
That's not
terrible. Good result for us, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at least we can keep him as a fire team eventually.
Correct. So he stays small arms. He's now all pinned.
Yeah.
Interesting turn.
Yeah. Cleanup?
Yeah.
Did that work?
Fascinating.
It did not work, did it?
Did not work. Do you need me to hit it?
I got it.
Yep.
Okay.